I started my own entrepreneurship journey over 1.5 years ago, guys, and it has been a grind, but the results might shock you, so stick around. In this video, I'm going to take you guys through the ups and downs of my entire journey over the last 1.5 years and explain to y'all how I started and where I am now. And this is also going to be the first video on my channel, so if you guys do enjoy what you watch, stick around, guys, because I'm going through this journey, whether with you guys or starting a ride before you, so you can take inspiration, and I'm not gonna stop. But with that, guys, let me give you a quick introduction. I'm 19 and my name is Tal, and I've been doing entrepreneurship from the second I left high school for over 1.5 years. So let's get right into this video. To give y'all a little introduction so you know a little bit more about me, I was born and raised here in the United States in the state Texas. And even in 10th grade, when I was going through high school, I just didn't feel like it was for me. I always saw myself as someone smart, and I always thought differently from other people. So I almost didn't fit in. It was pretty hard to make friends, and it was hard to just think about simple things like even sports, all these things. I played basketball in 9th grade, but it didn't interest me. It wasn't something I could talk about. There was something more to me. There was something I wanted deeper inside. But of course, my parents were very traditional, so they were very stingy with what I could and couldn't do, and I had to get good grades and I had to finish school. So I focused on that, and it was extremely difficult, especially with COVID hitting right at my junior year of high school. But we got through that, and from there I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew the path ahead. Already in my second year of high school, when I was a sophomore, I knew there was more to life than just going to college and then graduating and working for the rest of your life. And that's what I set my head on. I couldn't start with anything because I was very focused on school, and I had to take higher level classes because my parents forced me, but it started to branch into my head, and that's how the whole thing started. And finally, when high school graduation arrived, one of the best days of my life so far, I was free. I got through that, and I set my eyes on the path that I wanted to take. I got into some colleges that my parents forced me to apply to, but I was not interested even the slightest bit in going. And that's how it all started. I understood that I needed money, so I immediately got a serving job. And even from my first job, you can tell how my mindset was, because I didn't want to get a paycheck. I wanted to get paid on based how well I worked. And with serving, the better you serve people, the more you get money. So I started very humbly at an Applebee's near me, and it was hell. But even then, that was my first work experience ever in my entire life, and even I quickly realized that there was more to me than just being a worker. Within just 3 or 4 weeks of working there, and I know this will sound crazy, but I basically owned the restaurant. Like, I was there, the managers would freak out, the workers would freak out, the bartender would freak out. There was a day where we had endless chicken wings at Applebee's, and everyone was freaking out. The manager, the bartender, the cook were all crying, and I literally, as a server, went behind, continued serving, and then started making the food as well, and flipping the chicken wings and mixing them in the sauce. So, I mean, I always knew there was more to me. I have very good stress tolerance, very intelligent, and I can solve problems very quickly. So with all these things, while I was working as a server, I started learning. I read as many videos as I could, read any articles that I could, trying to find how to start, what to start. Because initially, again, I was in this locked mind because my parents wanted me to go to college, so I thought the only business to do was real estate. So I was looking into real estate. But then I quickly found someone online that many of y'all are familiar with. And this video is not to discuss any opinions about him or anything like that, but after about 2 months out of high school, a very famous guy started popping up everywhere on my For You page, on my YouTube pages, and y'all are probably familiar with him. And if you don't know his name, it's Andrew Tate. This was his first, like, getting famous on the internet, and you can take his comments how you will, whatever, but let's not focus on that. The point was that he started talking about online businesses, how to make money online. And although I had a YouTube channel for a few years that I was doing gaming on and other little things that I was doing, I never really understood the power of the internet because I was so locked into a cage where my parents said you have to go to college. After seeing some of his videos, he was the seed that planted into my head that allowed me to think and start researching for ways to make money online. So I started looking into it. I found dropshipping. I found Amazon FBA. I found SMMA. And all these different types of businesses that you could start from the comfort of your own home with an internet connection and a computer. And so I was hooked. I started researching for months I spent 3 months while I was working, coming home, whether it was looking into free courses or watching videos, taking notes and learning and figuring out what I wanted to do. And during this time, I was connected to a friend from one of my online friends that had done Amazon FBA, and at the age of just 19 had made $100,000 in his first year. And again, this was the start. So I thought that was a lot of money. And so I immediately contacted him, and that's what I started with. Seeing as I had a free mentor, it was a no-brainer decision. So I started going into it, and let me just keep it short for y'all. Basically, I did research, did product research, learned as much as I could about it. I ordered a stock of about 1,000 things, dropping it the first large amount of money ever on a business. And long story short, I thought it would sell organically because Amazon has a organic ranking, but it ended up going really bad. And I sold only a few, and it was almost not selling organically. So I tried doing ads on Amazon, which is just keyword ads, and that also flopped as well. In the end, I lost over $2,000. Now, I'm keeping it short, but that was about a 6-month period, and most people would give up at this point. I was working at a restaurant. I had nothing in the future besides business that I was doing, and the business had brutally failed. I lost $2,000. But like I said, guys, there's something about me that this is what I want to do, and this is what I will do and know I will do. So there's literally no other options. So I immediately started looking for something similar because I loved doing it. Even though it was so bad, I loved doing it. So I immediately looked on the internet, scoured, and quickly I found drop shipping. It was basically Amazon FBA selling a product, but you didn't have to pay for the stock up front. And you also could learn other essential skills like marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, any just marketing skills, plus also not paying for the stock and building your own website. So I was instantly hooked, and I knew that this is what I wanted to transition to next. So like I had before, I had a mentor. This time I didn't have anyone I knew doing it, but I knew that I learn very specifically, but it takes me a while. Once I understand, I really understand, but it does take me some time to get things into my head. So I immediately knew that I needed a mentor. So the first person that I saw that I really just loved his story and everything about that was Jordan Welch. Jordan had started from humble beginnings as well, and he had grinded and made so much money. So I looked into him. I loved his story. I loved how he created his videos and everything about it. And so I decided to join ViralVault. From the start, I immediately started watching all of the videos, learning as much as I can, joining all the calls and asking questions every single week to Jordan himself and all of the other coaches. I've always been a person that loves feedback from other people. That way I can absorb and learn as much as I could. So I wasn't afraid. I just jumped straight into it and went heads first. Very quickly, I also wanted a more deep mentorship, more one-on-one. So I also joined Michael Bernstein's course. So now I had 2 programs I was in. Jordan's ViralVault is more a community program where I could speak to other like-minded people and ask the coaches and get answers all the time. And Michael's course was more of a mentorship where I had one-on-one help. I could ask questions every day. I had group calls and I had one-on-one calls. So I had the initial starting point. I was good. I had people to learn from, people to listen to, and a straight path ahead of me. And from that, I decided to start with Facebook ads. At this point now, I had been working for quite a while, and I also upgraded from Applebee's to a steakhouse. So I was making a decent amount of money, only working 3 or 4 days a week. That way I could focus as much time on the business as I could. So I started grinding. I learned how to build my first website. I started testing my first product. I got no sales. I started testing my second product. I got 1 sale. And basically from here, I just started testing and working as hard as I could. I was pulling 10, 12, 16-hour days when I wasn't working. Even if it was just me building a website for the entire day, but trying to finish it in 1 day, even though I couldn't do that normally because I was just starting out. I just worked as much as I could, no matter what, didn't matter the time, didn't matter what time I went to sleep, just putting in as much work as I could. And with my previous experience making YouTube videos, I was very good at editing. So I caught on to making Facebook ads quite quickly, and I started making very good ads. At this point, I was already testing my 5th product. And again, to keep this video not too long, eventually, until the end of 2023, start of 2024, I had done Facebook the entire time, and I had done it for over 7 months. Within that 7-month time frame, I had drained my bank account from over $10,000 from working as a server to less than $2,000. And again, this was a huge breaking point. Now I'm trying to keep this video short, but I was very good at Facebook ads. I was making fantastic ads, I was making great websites, and I was picking decent products. Nothing crazy, but definitely something that should have worked. I even generated over $1,000 in 2 weeks. So I had the proof of concept, but there was something stopping me and I didn't know what it was. So I talked to the Bernstein guys and I asked them, why is my Facebook not working? And they simply told me that my Facebook account, although I hate blaming things on other things, external things, I always take full accountability, but my Facebook account would not get cheaper. It doesn't matter how good the ads I was running, doesn't matter what I was doing, the CPCs would not drop under $2. So that literally means for what I was selling, for every click to my website, it was costing me $1.50 to $2 just to get one person to my website. So it was impossible to be profitable with anything, even though my ads were great and my websites were great. So I was confused and lost and stuck. So I asked them what to do. And this is where the last few months has come in, guys. So this was up to the end of 2023. And by this point, I was like, I don't know what to do because I'm good at Facebook ads, but it's not working. And so I was speaking to the Bernstein guys and they recommended the secret sauce. They said, try TikTok organic.
TikTok organic dropshipping.
Organic dropshipping.
TikTok organic dropshipping. TikTok organic.
TikTok organic dropshipping.
TikTok
Organic
TikTok
dropshipping.
organic.
TikTok organic dropshipping.
Now this was a little bit shocking because I hated TikTok. I was super against the NPC scrolling and I hadn't even had the app on my phone for over 9 months. So I was concerned, but again, like I said, there's something in me. There is zero chance I'm going to quit. It doesn't matter what you throw at me. It's been rough, guys. I've been sitting at home by myself with almost no peers, almost no friends, because most of the people my age are in college, even hours away in different cities. So I've been by myself, but there's no quitting, right? So when they told me to try TikTok organic, although I hated it, I knew that I would just have to start and then get used to it and then start to enjoy it. And so that's what I did. Basically, this is just over a month ago and I've started that. And since then, I've been just practicing, filming as many products as I can. I've tested a few products, but they're all practice products, but nothing yet. I'm still gonna have to keep working, keep getting better, and then find something to actually start selling that's a really good product. So you're asking, it's been over 1.5 years of my entrepreneurship journey and over 7 months of my dropshipping journey. So what have I been able to accomplish? Because I said the results were shocking. Well, that's exactly the point. The results are shocking because, guys, entrepreneurship is not as easy as it looks. I've worked for over 1.5 years in various different things, including the learning phase from the time I graduated high school. And I, up to about 2 weeks ago, made nothing to show. Only tens of thousands of dollars lost from ads, mentorships, programs. And that's not to say that the mentorships were bad. I'm still in all of the mentorships and they're absolutely amazing. They're the only reason I am where I am today. But how? Now, before y'all get sad, click away and say, oh, he hasn't made any money. First of all, it's a journey. And second of all, in the last 2 weeks, I did find something. It's actually pretty untapped and it has to do with TikTok organic, but it's slightly different. So I had a little community from that Jordan's Viral Vault that I had people that I was talking to on a daily basis. And some of them were doing TikTok affiliates. So I was like, what is that? So on the TikTok shop, which is a new program, you can literally take a product and then click add to your workshop and then literally affiliate for it without contacting the brand or anything. So I found one of the most popular supplements on TikTok and then I clicked add and ordered it to my house. The problem that I've been having with organic, which is why I haven't started to make anything, is that a lot of US accounts right now, and some of y'all might be experiencing this, but they're getting stuck under 100 views. And on my main phone right here, every single account I've made, I've reset this phone over 4 times, and every single account I've made has gotten stuck under 100 views, even posting 20, 30 videos. So I have this problem, but I didn't know how to fix it, and I'm still working on it to this day, but I needed to do something. I wanted to make money already. So the affiliate, I was like, well, I can't make the videos for the products and then link it. So how am I going to make money? And that's when I heard one word. And that word was live. Now, I was like, what do you mean live? On TikTok? Isn't that cringe? Isn't that weird? Who does lives on TikTok?
Take a Jenna, take a Mo. Yes, yes, yes. Ice cream, so good. Take a Jenna, take a use.
I'd streamed before on Twitch many years ago doing gaming, and I had done YouTube for over 3 years, but I had never done lives on TikTok. And that's when I looked into it and I found something super untapped. And I'm gonna talk more about this in another video, guys. But within just the last 1.5 weeks, which is how long I've been doing it, I've generated over $1,500 for myself just from doing affiliate marketing with commissions on TikTok lives. Now this is where the whole journey matters, guys, because y'all said, oh, I did it for 1.5 years and I didn't make any money. So what's the point of that? Well, when I was doing YouTube, I was making videos about a game called Rust. And basically, when I started, I was horrible at speaking. My voiceovers were so bad, I would stutter every single sentence. Video will be very different from most of the Rust progressions on Vital that you see on YouTube. And I would get bullied by all my friends, whether online or in person, just telling me how much I sucked at talking. And so through that 3-year journey of making YouTube while I was still in high school and while I was working as a server, just for fun, I learned how to talk. I learned how to speak without stuttering, without filler words, without all these things. So even though that might seem so insignificant, and I made a few $1,000s from YouTube, but nothing major. This was over a 3-year span, so it's not even anything to like suffice or anything. But all that time that I spent doing that not only taught me editing, not only taught me storytelling, but it also taught me how to talk, which is one of the most beneficial things you can learn. And so with that, I started going live, and very quickly, again, this might sound egotistical, but I was better at speaking than most people on the lives. And this is a super untapped thing. So I was just holding the products in front of me, talking about the benefits that I had researched and experienced myself from the product, and I was getting sales. The first day I made over $340 in sales, which netted me a 20% commission. So I already had made $50 or $70 within just the first day in 2 hours. And so from this, I was hooked. I was like, okay, this is my first money. I can still work on organic. I can still do all these other things. And it only takes me 2 hours a day in the evening when people come back from work to sell the supplement. So I started doing that every day. And just my third day, I hit a $900 day, which was over $200 straight profit to my bank account. Now, since then, I've been doing it for about a week and a half, and in the first week, I've generated over $1,500, which, to be honest, that's a great thing to start off with. I mean, that's maybe not the best salary in the world, but within just a few improvements, that could be a $60,000 a year salary off of just live streaming on TikTok for just about 2 to 3 hours a day. Now, granted, it's pretty hard. A lot of y'all are gonna say, oh, boo-hoo, he has to stream on TikTok. Speaking about the same thing every single day, over and over again, because you can't like elaborate anymore, and trying to sell something to people that genuinely benefits them. Don't talk to your friends, but try talking with energy, with focus, with accuracy, and answering questions as best as you can to try to sell. It's a sales job pretty much, and you're talking for 2 hours straight without stop. So yeah, that's been my first taste of money, genuinely, that's profit after everything from online business. But that has taken me over 7 months of e-commerce specifically, and then over a year and a half. But I do want to update y'all on the future, because like I said, this is my first video on my channel, and I'm going to be taking y'all from here, making my first $1,500 in a week, to me making hopefully hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and hopefully in the future, within 3 or 4 years, maybe even millions of dollars a month. And I know a lot of y'all are like, bro, are you serious? He just made his first $1,500. How does he expect to make $1 million in a month? Well, listen, there's infinite money in this world. If y'all look into the banking systems and all this, money is not real. Money is a number on a page. And if you can provide a service or a product that solves someone's insecurities or fixes an issue in their life, you can genuinely make so much money. Money is infinite. It comes out of the sky. So like I said, with my super strong mindset, which is one of the most important things in entrepreneurship, if you want to go, it's gonna take years, and you cannot give up. Even from just the start, even if you were just learning about it, that's part of the journey, because you're spending time thinking about it. So you need not only a super strong mindset, but you need to have huge goals. They have to be obviously step by step. I don't think I'm gonna make $1 million in 3 months from now, right? But my next goal, even though I just started making, let's say $4,000 a month, my next goal is already 20, 30K a month, because you have to think big. That way you allow yourself. It's not manifesting, but if you actually work and you speak it into existence, that's how you get to your goals. Because when you say it out loud, your brain actually believes it. And if you really believe it inside, that's how you achieve what you want to achieve. So basically, to wrap it up, guys, this is the start of my journey. I want to start documenting before I start making money, because I didn't document before because I was very self-conscious. Like I said, I wasn't good at talking, and I was so focused on everything. But before I start to make any real money, I want to take you guys with me, because I know how many people want to do this stuff and how many people are unhappy with a normal life. And I want to try to inspire as many people and teach as many people as I can what I've learned myself. I'm just here to show y'all the journey. That way it can maybe inspire a few to get started yourself. Yeah, all in all, it's been over a year and a half of my entrepreneurial journey. I'm only 19 years old. I have a bright future ahead of me. And after that entire time, just in the last week, I've made $1,500. And it's still continuously going on, but that's just the start. Off of that those TikTok lives, I've actually started to think about building a business, and I've partnered up with a friend of mine to try to launch our own product onto the TikTok shop. That way we can do the lives but sell our own product, so we get 100% instead of just 20% of the commissions. So the future is bright, like I said, and I can't wait to see where I am in 6 months. But this is going to be my first video. I'm going to edit this slightly, but it's going to be mostly raw and unedited, just talking to you guys. And if you want to join me and get on this journey with me, or just watch me along the way, maybe I can inspire you once I start making money a few months down the line. I'd appreciate if you guys could subscribe, if you guys could like the video, and comment anything, guys. I will read every single comment, respond to every single comment under this video. So please, whether you want some tips to help get started, some mindset tips, anything that you guys might have a question about the start of the entrepreneurship journey, please drop it below. That way I can answer every single one of y'all, so maybe I can inspire y'all to start as well. But besides that, this is going to be me signing out, and I'll see y'all again very soon.